Hi everybody, it's Tina here from Hummingbird Tales. I hope you're all well during this really difficult time at the moment. I've been doing lots of crafting, which I'm really pleased about because for quite some time I haven't been able to. So what I'm sharing with you today, this is my entry I should say, for Angela Kerr's Friendship Journal challenge giveaway. And what she asked was she wanted you to have 2 pages or an A4 piece of paper folded in half and then decorated. And as usual, I've gone a little bit over the top, but I've really enjoyed doing this. And I've used papers from ArtyMaze. So I am going to put this as a design team project as well, because I think we need to realise that digital papers are so versatile. You don't need to keep them exactly as they come. You can, because the digital papers that we have access to are just so stunning, from all the different people that sell them, all the different companies that make them. And as you know, I am a member of ArtyMaze's design team, and I get real thrill out of altering them. So hopefully you can see that you can do so much more with these papers than just use them in their entirety. Anyway, so the kits that I've used are A Touch of Spring and Butterflies in Blue, which is ArtyMaze's latest kit. So let's get on with it. So I've got this piece of beautiful crocheted ribbon which is tied around it, and this is the front. So all of these papers, like I said, is ArtyMaze. I've actually gone over this with gesso. I've put different colours in. The blues are beautiful, but I wanted more greens and more sort of touches of spring going into summer is what I was thinking for this. But all of these butterflies I've cut out of the kit. This is all napkin decoupage that I've sewn around everything as well. This little journal plate here I believe is from A Touch of Spring. So it opens like this, and this is a page from Butterflies in Blue, and I've layered up the butterfly a bit just to give it a little bit more sort of lift off the page. And down here I've got these little birds, and what I tried to create was like woodland sort of scenes. So I've used this burlap to create a little fence with some flowers and that they're perched on the fence. And then this opens up here, and I've made a little book in here. This is just coffee dyed paper that I've used distress inks and distress crayons on. And I've stenciled and I've stamped. So that's there. And then here, I'll leave that open actually. In here I've got a little hideaway pocket, and this is one of the pieces of paper that you get from the kit. It's lined, as you can see, and I've used it as note paper to put in here, but I've gessoed it, I've stamped it, I've distressed it. So that goes in there. And here on the first page, I'll pull this out and bring this up closer. So at the top here, this is one of the pages. You can just see wishes come true with the butterfly. So this is one of the pages for the Butterflies in Blue kit. And I've got this little owl peeking out here. And then down here I've created a pocket, and again I've layered up lots of little lace and fibres to create like a little field scene, or you know, he's hiding in the bushes amongst some wood, little flowers. I really enjoyed making this. And then this is a tag that I've made out of a page from the kit, and these butterflies I've cut out from pages, and I think she's got a couple journaling cards with butterflies on. And again, I've added decoupage, stamping, lots and lots of mixed media. There's a little charm up here of a dragonfly, and I've just simply used some seam binding there. And these are the backing pages that comes with Butterfly in Blue. So I've left them there like that. Okay, I think that's the first bit. So then that closes over. And then here we've got a tag on this bit. And again, this is a butterfly from the kit. This was a piece of paper actually that I'd collaged previously that I've used, and I've got a little field mouse here. This iris comes off, I might have been one of her collage sheets, or it could have been A Touch of Spring, I can't remember. All the animal images, I will tell you, I've actually got out of old books. I've cut them out of old books because I want to start painting and drawing my own so that I can actually get them printed off. But I haven't been able to have the time to do that yet. So that's something I'm hoping to do in the next few months. So this is why I've been using these little animal images from old books. And the books are generally things like nature books. Anyway, so on the back here, I've got some backing paper, and this is also from Butterflies in Blue, but it's got a nice brownie sort of tinge to it. So I've gessoed over that. I will take that out so I can show you here. So these butterflies, that's from a napkin, that's from the kit. And I've just layered up, I've put the journal plate there. And that goes in like that. So turning it over, there's quite a lot going on here. I'm sorry if it's a bit too confusing. So here I've used an envelope. It was Andrea from ArtyMaze and actually Janet Hicks that inspired me to use some envelopes for pockets and things. So I've created a pocket here with a window from an envelope that I've recycled. Down here I've made 2 little pockets and they've got little tags in them. This is just done with decoupage and paint. Whoopsies, sorry. And on the back I've put some of the backing paper and just stamped on it and gessoed on it. And the same for that one. So this comes out here, and I've kept a page in behind so that it had something there that you could actually see. Okay, and then this is the tag I've created. These images are from A Touch of Spring, this little rabbit and these birds, and they're 2 of my favourites. So I basically cut them out, used one of the pages from Butterflies in Blue, which you can't recognise now because it's been gessoed and painted and stamped and stenciled and whatnot, and lots of decoupaging done. But I absolutely love this little bunny. And then on the back, again, I've put some of the backing paper and sewn around it. So that goes in there. Okay, he's in. Bit of lace, more decoupaging down the page, and then on this side here, this is quite layered here, but I'll start from the top. So here I've got a little bit of seam binding, and this is holding a little book, and I've made this using the backing papers. I think I actually layered it with some cards so that it made it quite firm. This is an original tea card, or a cigarette card actually. I can see it says cigarettes up there. This is from the Butterflies in Blue kit, and I got a bit of music paper here and some burlap and some of this trim. So, and all I've done is just made a little rough little booklet, and again the same sort of pages that I created in the other writing area with some stamps tied together. If you can hear the dog creaking, it's the dog coming in. So that goes there. And then underneath here we've got, I'll just take everything out, an envelope. This was one of the envelopes from the Butterflies in Blue kit. And again, I've totally altered it. See, that butterfly is actually on the original envelope. And I believe that one is as well. And then these I've cut out, so they're the same butterflies, and I've added them on top. So I've got a little bit of trim here, a little bit of gathered lace on some burlap with a little charm of a bird. And I just wanted to make this all about sunshine and spring going into summer, bright and cheerful, especially with the times at the moment. Oh, what's that? There we go. So this here, this little bird, this little blue tit, I actually cut this, fussy cut it out of a book again and glued it down, and then I've just painted over it. I've added some distress. I've gone around this with some black ink just to highlight him a bit. I've painted over him a bit. And then we've got 2 stamps. Now I know this one is quite old. I can't remember what country it's from, but it was in my granddad's stamp collection, as was that one. So I've put them on there. And then in the envelope, which I won't share with you, I've just done another of those pages and written a little letter to Angela so that she can read that. So I'll pick this up and show you. Okay, so here what I've created is another scene with some little deers in a doe, or what do you call them, fallow deer, or whatever they are, they're deers. Again, they're in a field. So I've created another fence here with burlap. I've gone over it with a bit of gesso. I've layered up bits of like this eyelash trim, this green one, to create grass coming through, and then there's little flowers, and then this is all layered up here. There's different layers. This lifts up, so you've got that coming down through as well. Lots of greens and blues. And then in the pocket we've got a fox, and I've done tags with this fox before, so again, he's from a book, and just layered it, painted it, added a little charm up here of a butterfly, because I know Angela loves butterflies. And again, on the back, this has got the green backing paper from A Touch of Spring. And I actually put this backing on after I'd sewn around it, because I forgot to do it beforehand. So that's why you can see stitching around the edge, but it doesn't matter. It's still a nice writing spot there. So that all goes back in there. Sorry, didn't mean to knock the camera. Let me just keep that still. I'm really out of practice, but hopefully it ain't going to be long, and I'll be back with another project that I've nearly finished, Heidi's journal at last, which I must admit, it's been quite a long time coming because of life, but I have enjoyed making it so much. This is a complete contrast because it's just full of colour, and Heidi's are all neutral tones in hers, and it's a vintage theme. Okay, so then on the back page, I've created, now this is a pocket that's from the A Touch of Spring kit, and what Andrea intended for it to be was you cut it out, and then you folded it over, you glued it, and then there was a pocket to put down here. But what I like to do is make a gatefold with it. So that's what I've done here. So if you can see up here, I've got an owl layered up again. To me, he's up in a tree on burlap, some music paper. And I've got field notes down here. And on this side, if I just move the bow, we've got a little field mouse. I absolutely love him. And again, I've layered them up with flowers and burlap and a bit of cheesecloth. And this is, like I said, from A Touch of Spring. So we'll open this up. And I have actually, because I wanted to do this a bit different, so I know that I've got this string in the way, so I'll just tuck it behind so you can see what's going on here. Okay, so here I've got this lovely lace trim, and I've gone right across so that I can create little pockets on the gates. And down here, I've made like a little hideaway, again, with fibres, made flowers, the sort of image, illusion of a field. And in behind there is hiding a squirrel. And you know I love doing these. So he's got a little pine cone hanging off his tail, and he's been backed in a lot of thick card so that he's very sturdy. So he can go back in there and hide. Okay, and then I've done another card with butterflies. Again, these here are actually from, I think these ones were from Back to Nature Kits. But if you go on Andrea's Facebook page, ArtyMaze, or her, oh my goodness me, her website, I think she's got pages with butterflies on, but if not, I know a lot of you have got the kits. Just use the butterflies from the kits and cut them out. I use them across everything. So that's that one, and that's got the blue on the back of that one. And then on this side, I've made this little bunny. He's been cut out of another little book, and I've just put loads of, there's a little dragonfly up there, lots of flowers, stamping, the same way I've made all the tags for this. And I've put gesso on the back of that one so she can write on it. And that goes in there. If I just show you, can you see the inside? What I actually did, this I printed out twice, and then I backed it back to back. So that image here of the irises is actually on that side as well. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but I just wanted it to have, I didn't want it to be plain inside is what I'm saying. So that's what I did. Or you could print them on the same, you know, print them on one page and then turn it over and print it on the other side. I've got this lovely owl, he's out of a book. And again, lots of layering, lots of flowers, just to make it a nice, cheerful little, well, it's turning into more of a journal than a page. And then up here is the last of the tags. And this is hedgehog one. And again, this one's been cut out of a book, but I am going to try and draw and paint these. So I can keep using them, but obviously not copying that particular image, but to do my own. And then we've got a little bee up here, because I know she likes bees. So that's that one. And on the back, this has got the green, a touch of spring backing paper on, and it's been gessoed as well. So there we go. That's my entry for Angela Kerr's challenge. I've just pulled that out now. I'll just close that over. So Angela, I hope you like it. I've really loved making this. It's been such a joy to work with so many colours. And I might make myself a whole journal like this, because this is the second sort of thing I've made like this, as you know. I made one back in spring, with just a few pages together and layered it up, and similar sort of techniques. Anyway, everybody, I hope you take care, and it's lovely speaking to you, and I will be back again very soon. Bless you all. Take care. Bye for now. Bye. Bye bye.